On the heels of the Stadia hating media and personalities looking silly over purporting GFN versus Stadia, should we all, as supporters of Google's platform, in turn, hate on GFN? Let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a matte all black truck. I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another video. Do me a huge favor before we get into this one. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when your boy's dropping these doses. I appreciate all of y'all straight up. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the reason why. I am not too proud to ask. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the thing, y'all. As I said in the bumper, a lot of people have had opinions about GFN versus Stadia. And I think what happened early on is people wanted GFN to put Stadia out of business. Why people would want that, I don't know, but it is what it is. It's the climate and the culture and the closed-minded mind state that we're in now in gaming. And what you're seeing right now on the screen is a video that I did the weekend prior to me recording this video, where I talked about where some lies and some over-exaggerations were purported by some big name entities and some big publications, right? And we put it all to task, we laid everything on the line, and we debunked all those myths and all that other stuff, right? That being said, some of the things that were said that is under the microscope and that I talked about in that podcast was GFN just all around being better than Stadia in every which way. Like there's no point of contention where Stadia can provide something better than GFN. And that was what was being purported and being spread around, which is absolutely false. If you lay everything out as we did in that podcast, you see that that's not the truth. And on the heels of that, we also got GFN losing games, right? While Stadia is its own platform, so you're not going to lose games on Stadia like you are GFN. Stadia, PlayStation, Xbox, they own the platform the games are developed for and put on. It's a lot more stable situation than what you're going to see with GFN. That's a given right then and there. So on the heels of all that, people are now looking at what these entities and what these publications have said, and now they're saying you guys are false, you guys are liars, and GFN sucks, and we hope it goes away, right? So here's what I have to say about that. First and foremost, and big ups to the homie Duncan of Stadia Source. He reported on this, that this was happening a lot on Facebook. And I'll say this. I'm not a fan of saying any entity should go away, right? Like I dibble and dabble in the console war stuff, you know what I'm saying, on my main MM2K account, you know what I mean? But my moniker is never PlayStation needs to go away or Xbox needs to go away or Nintendo, which I just don't play, period, really. And nothing against them. They should go away because they don't suit my needs. I've never acted like that. I've never said that despite any harsh criticisms, no matter how consistent they have been, right? So to anybody that's on Facebook or anywhere saying that, you shouldn't do that. I think hating on GFN, even in light of all this bloviating and all these falsehoods being put to task, I think hating on the platform is silly. Competition of this type can only be good. It can only lead to a good thing for Stadia. Still sharp and still. And a prime example would be GFN announced on the heels of them losing games and them losing support that they've brokered some type of deal with CD Projekt Red in regards to Cyberpunk 2077. So that's definitely coming to the platform. Now, the reason why that's important is because I've been arguing over the last several months that, hey, Stadia could argue that Cyberpunk 2077 will be best played and best accessible on their platform because they're going to give you the 4K 60, you know what I mean, that you're not going to get on consoles at launch. And you don't have to put a whole bunch of money into it like you would have to do with PC in order to get access to the 4K 60. And because it's being built from the ground up for Stadia, it might have better than medium settings if you compare it to what's available on PC. You know what I mean? So with that, when you put everything together, that was the apparent benefit of getting it on Stadia. Now that it's going to be available on GFN, maybe not so. Maybe Stadia got to throw some extra perks in there, like if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 on our platform, we're going to give you $30 in Google Play credit. You know what I mean? Still sharp and still, it works out for us, the gamer. And therefore, because of situations like that, I don't want GFN to go away. You know what I mean? That said, I don't think the agenda of the Stadia haters should be left unanswered, all right? Because people have been hurt by lies. Because they believe GFN was more reliable than what it was per the people that I talked about in that podcast that I did the weekend prior to this video. And just like Stadia is being put to task by those same people, and they're going overboard about it, but they've been put to task by those same people for its quote-unquote paid beta nature, I think it's equally just as important, if not more important, that GFN gets put to task for advertising itself as a stable, viable platform for people to just solely do cloud gaming off of that, when in reality they don't secure deals before its launch for the benefit of its consumers. And as far as I'm concerned, that situation is even worse, because we know the features that people are so upset about not being available at launch, we know they're forthcoming. They're just late. In contrast with GFN, we don't know if these games or these publishers will ever come back to GFN because of the stunt that they pulled, not securing deals before they went live, okay? And because they did that, they're putting everybody's confidentiality at risk, or their confidence rather into the platform at risk. And when you do that, I think you should be put to task. Everyone should be put to task when they fall short. And that's what's key here. And until I hear the Stadia haters do that on GFN, we will not let up on them. We're gonna keep our foot on our neck, period. Now, the last part I want to talk about before I go away, because I think it's essential to make everyone clear of what this platform is about. Because we had apparently some questions over the weekend, and I just want to make this apparent. And I had some people in response to my video, and I want to, first and foremost, let me say, let me thank everybody that showed support for the video. Some of the most likes, people may look at this and say, that ain't a lot, but that's a lot for us. But some of the most likes that we received for, our podcast so far. A lot of people love the content. Subscriptions grew. Just a few days ago, we just cracked 200. We're already at 231, and a lot of it is due to the content that we provided that week, and in particular, this special podcast. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I had some people that particularly were not in tune with what I had to say, and that's fine. I always entertain all discussions. But as you can see here, I had 38 replies to one particular comment. Someone said that, I'm being hypocritical because I'm mad at people, or I'm criticizing people criticizing the platform, so that makes me a hypocrite. And over again, it was explained to this individual that that's not what's going on here. I don't care about criticism. Because if I cared about criticism, then I would have to make 6, 7, 8 videos a day. If criticizing Stadia is what I was concerned about, I would literally have to make a half a dozen to a dozen videos a day. Everybody's looking for clicks. When your content is dry, there's no better place to go to than to hate on Stadia, because you get applause from all of the gaming community when you do that, right? So I'm not worried about that. What I don't like are the lies, okay? And I don't like the lies because I am here for the unsuspecting gamer. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make this very clear because I don't know where these people came from. They just kept focused on you're hypocritical because you're criticizing people for criticizing. And no, my point is, again, I am here to combat lies against the Stadia platform. I'm here to be the stark contrast to the bibble babble and the lies told about it, right? And if you don't like that, then this may not be the platform for you. I don't know who these people are. They might be legitimate. They might be ex-bot employees, GF. I don't know who they are. But to make it but they were really passionate and putting and helping contribute. A lot of it I did too, but helping to contribute to 38 responses to one comment. So I don't know where they came from, but I want to say this to you on the other end of this screen. I am here for the unsuspecting gamer. I am not here for those looking for a quote-unquote dignified podcaster playing the clarinet and sipping English breakfast tea before each video. I make raunchier content elsewhere, as I've alluded to in the past, but I don't want to ratchet it up here. You know what I'm saying? That being said, in any way else, I am not compromising my content. I am passionate for gamers, so they get the best out of gaming that they want, not to just ensure that gaming is siloed and produced off a conveyor belt to satisfy the conformers, period. And at the end of the day, if you love GFN, love GFN. If you love Stadia, love Stadia. If you love both, like I see great in both, and I'm subscribed to both, and I stream both, then that's okay as well. But what we will not accept is people over purporting one over the other, even when people lie about Stadia. We dedicated a podcast to the Stadia faults. You know what I mean? So with that being said, all we are here for is the truth. And if you don't like that, then this may not be the platform for you. And that being said, that's it from your boy MM2K. Let me know what you think about what I had to say in the comment section below, because like I always say, who cares what I think? But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, the Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, here, the Stadia Dosage. And with that said, hey, come one, come all. We welcome anybody, whether you disagree or not. That's not the problem. The thing is that you do not try to make this an agenda where, like I said, we're sitting there playing the clarinet and elevator music. There's a lot of other people. There's a ton of other people doing that. Go in and be with them. And on the flip side of that, GFN is nothing to hate on, but put them to task too. I'm waiting to see if the Stadia haters will do that, which they won't. But with that being said, you all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.